In the relentless search for meaning, many yearn for an inner peace that transcends the noise of the world. We find ourselves in an era of constant change, where deep connection sometimes seems elusive. However, ancient wisdom offers us beacons of light. Today, we will embark on a transformative journey. We will explore the life and legacy of a figure who, through his humility and love, illuminated his time and continues to inspire ours. We will discover how his teachings resonate powerfully in the 21st century. Today, we present Who Was Francis of Assisi? Love and Connection with Nature. Let's step back in time to the 12th century, to the picturesque town of Assisi in the heart of Italy. It was a time of profound transformation, conflict, and spiritual awakening. In this vibrant setting, a young man destined to change the course of history was born. His name was Francis. He grew up in a wealthy family, surrounded by luxuries and privileges. His youth was marked by joy, parties, and worldly ambitions. He enjoyed life with the carefree attitude appropriate to his position. Yet, deep within him, something troubled his spirit. Despite the wealth and pleasure, a fundamental question began to germinate within him. What could possibly lead a man with everything to give up his fortune? What force would drive him to embrace poverty and service? This is the question that will guide us on our journey. It is the key to understanding the magnitude of his transformation. Francis's life took an unexpected turn, a turning point that would change him forever. It wasn't a single event, but a series of encounters and profound reflections. These moments confronted him with the emptiness of his past ambitions. A crucial encounter, perhaps with a leper or a divine vision, shook him to his core. It was a spiritual awakening that led him to question every aspect of his existence. He realized that true wealth did not lie in material things. This revelation prompted him to make a radical decision. He renounced his luxuries, his inheritance, and his former life. He embraced voluntary poverty as a path to freedom. She dedicated herself entirely to prayer, service to those most in need, and contemplation. Her transformation was a living testament to the human capacity for change. She demonstrated that true happiness is found in giving. With his heart aflame with divine love, Francis soon attracted others. His example of a simple and devout life resonated with many souls. Thus, organically, what we know today as the Franciscan Order began to take shape. The fundamental values Francis instilled were humility, fraternity, and a profound love for all creation. He saw every living being, from the smallest insect to the wild wolf, as a manifestation of divine love. His message was one of peace and reconciliation. Humility was the foundation of their philosophy, recognizing the equality of all before God. Fraternity was manifested in mutual support and selfless service. Love of nature was an expression of their reverence for life. The impact of his message was extraordinary. Thousands of people from all walks of life were inspired to follow in his footsteps. His movement spread rapidly, leaving an indelible mark on history. Francis's time on earth was brief, but his influence has been eternal. His life is a beacon that has guided millions of people throughout the centuries. His message transcends the barriers of time and culture. Artists, thinkers, and spiritual leaders have found inspiration in his example. He has become a universal symbol of peace and compassion. His legacy is reflected in countless works of art and in the lives of those who follow his principles. Francis's message remains as relevant today as it was in the 13th century. It speaks to us of peace in a turbulent world. It invites us to compassion in times of division. She reminds us of the power of unconditional love. Her life is a testament to the fact that true greatness lies in simplicity. She teaches us that love is the most powerful force in the universe. Behind every great figure, there is a network of relationships that shape their path. In Francis's life, his family played a significant, if often complex, role. His parents, Pietro di Bernardone and Pica de Bourlemont, represented different worlds. Pietro, a prosperous cloth merchant, embodied pragmatism and material ambition. Pica, of noble origin, brought a deeper sensitivity and devotion. These dual influences shaped Francisco's youth. However, it was Clare of Assisi who became her spiritual soulmate. Inspired by her example, Clare founded the Order of Poor Ladies, known today as the Poor Clares. Their relationship was one of deep friendship and mutual support on the spiritual path. Clare was a steadfast companion in his life's vision. Her devotion and strength complemented Francis's mission. Together, they laid the foundation for a movement that endures to this day. Other individuals, such as the first companions who joined him, were also instrumental. They shared his ideals and helped spread his message. Each of them contributed to forging the Franciscan path. In the turmoil of the 21st century, the figure of Francis of Assisi emerges with surprising relevance. His life offers us a powerful reminder of essential values. It invites us to humility, compassion, and deep connection in an often fragmented world. His example shows us that true wealth is not measured by possessions. It teaches us that happiness lies in giving and serving others. In a world that values accumulation, he invites us to simplicity. How can we apply his teachings in our daily lives? Humility allows us to recognize our interconnectedness with everything. Compassion compels us to alleviate the suffering of others. Unconditional love opens us to the fullness of existence. We can start with small acts of kindness. We can cultivate gratitude for what we have. Francis's life reminds us of the vital importance of spiritual connection. It invites us to seek inner peace beyond external circumstances. It encourages us to cultivate a deep relationship with the transcendent. In a noisy world, his silence calls us to meditation. In a fast-paced world, his patience invites us to contemplation. His legacy is a path to serenity. We can find inspiration in his love for nature, caring for our planet. We can emulate his compassion, reaching out to those in need. We can live with less to be more. His message echoes the perennial wisdom. He tells us that true freedom lies in detachment. He shows us that joy springs from a generous heart. Francis challenges us to look beyond the superficial. He encourages us to find beauty in simplicity. He urges us to live with authenticity and purpose. Her life is a testament to the fact that personal transformation is possible. She inspires us to be agents of change in our own lives. She reminds us that each of us can make a difference. Humility, for him, was not weakness, but the foundation of true strength. It was the recognition that we are part of something much larger. It was the gateway to wisdom. Compassion was their universal language, transcending barriers. It was the ability to feel with others, to ease their burdens. It was the bridge to unity. Unconditional love was the essence of his being, the force that moved him. It was the complete acceptance of all that is. It was the manifestation of the divine on earth. In a world that often glorifies the ego, Francis invites us to dissolve it. He shows us that by emptying ourselves of ourselves, we are filled with something higher. He guides us toward a more fulfilling existence. His path was one of renunciation, but not of deprivation. It was a renunciation of what does not nourish the soul. It was a conscious choice for inner freedom. It teaches us that true wealth isn't accumulated but shared, that true happiness isn't sought outside but found within. That true peace is a state of being. Francis of Assisi is a living reminder that spirituality is not a theory. It's a way of life, a daily practice of love and service. It's a path to fulfillment. His legacy inspires us to live with a higher purpose, to seek harmony in our relationships, to find beauty in every moment. The deepest lesson Francis of Assisi leaves us is clear and powerful. True wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the capacity to love and serve others. It is in selfless giving that we find fulfillment. Its central message invites us to embrace humility, to shed the ego that limits us. It encourages us to find inner peace through a deep connection with something greater than ourselves. This connection is the source of all wisdom. The moral of his life is a beacon for our own path. Live simply, love passionately, and tirelessly seek the light within you. In that light, you will find true freedom and lasting joy. Transform your life today. Discover a journey of self-improvement, spiritual growth, and motivation.